To cut to the chase immediately here, the YouTuber FeatureMan, real name Tom Willett, is a disgusting, perverted, nasty old pedophile. He has committed heinous acts against nature and against children. He did so against two children, both orphans, while he was volunteering at an orphanage. The disgusting fuck had the nerve to do that, and that was his entire modus operandi. And he's still operating on YouTube to this day, even after being ousted. He still has supporters, he still has fans, he still has people that leave positive comments under his videos. I find this reprehensible, and I can't help but feel the need to call this out and to help spread awareness of who this is and what he is. More detail will follow here. FeatureMan, born as Tom Willett, was born in 1938. He's been in many films, a very prolific background extra in many movies. Odds are you've seen him in the background of a film that you've watched. He's most famous for a non-speaking role, but an occurrent role he had in a show called Dear John. As a boy at only age 17, he moved away from his parents to Los Angeles. He got his start producing country music, interestingly enough, and had an alter ego known as Herman Schmerdley, under which he had some minor successes in the music industry. His career in acting began around 1975 with one of his first roles. He would go on to, as I said before, be a fairly prolific background extra, acting in various films and TV shows of varying quality. It was around this time when he committed unspeakable acts against minors. That's right, not one but two, multiple victims. He first started his YouTube channel in 2006. He became something of a cult figure for making various viral videos such as how to eat a watermelon and eating watermelon with my clone. I myself, as a former fan of his before these allegations came to light, I simply enjoyed his eating videos where he would describe the mundanity of being an old man who lived alone and the simple pleasures in life. I thought that was a very nice and humble sort of slice of life thing to enjoy, and it almost felt like sharing a meal with your grandfather again. It's sad that the most despicable, disgusting, and evil among us can often be the most charming when we're not alert to what they are truly hiding inside of themselves. It was in 1978 when Tom Willett got his day in court. The Supreme Court of Nevada found Tom Willett guilty of the infamous crime against nature. This infamous crime being, I can't even say it necessarily, but to use coded language, attempted grape on children, and that's as far as I'm going to go. It's saying it out loud physically repulses me. It's disgusting. The case is available for all to read. It is on justia.com. Look up Tom Willett or Thomas Willett versus the state of Nevada. It's truly disgusting. Tom was sentenced to 3 life sentences. Rightly so. Violating a child is one of the most evil, predatory things you can do. However, Tom got off on a technicality. He had discovered that in the process of serving his sentence, you were not allowed to tack on additional time in county jail or something to that effect. It was a technicality of something to that effect. Tom Willett himself underlined and discussed this technicality he used to be let off the hook, essentially, in a since deleted YouTube video. Tom Willett, in that infamous video, which you can find on YouTube, he deflects his actions. He lies via omission about the age of his victims. He points out that they were adults when they stood trial against him, but he neglects to mention that they were underaged severely. We're talking preteens when the acts against them occurred. He doesn't deny what he did to these children, and he even goes as far as to try to gain sympathy by playing the homosexuality was demonized card, which, sure, homosexuality was not accepted in society at large on a broad scale back then. However, to say that Willett was a victim of discrimination against homosexuals is entirely inaccurate. Willett is an extremely lucky, disgusting sleazeball who bragged about having powerful friends in high places who would visit him while he was in jail, even though it was against the policy at the time. Visiting him at all hours, even at night, apparently. Tom Willett highlights a problem in society, specifically in entertainment in Hollywood. For even being a background extra actor, just being that enabled him to have some help in escaping the consequences of his actions. As someone who used to watch his videos, as someone who can't fathom why he would do such a thing, other than to think that he's just the most disgusting kind of person. I guess to conclude this video, I would like to summarize by saying that you should be extremely diligent and aware of the people you let in your life and let around your children or your nephews or your nieces or your cousins. If you have any young people, young children in your life that are vulnerable, you need to make sure that they are protected and that you keep your eyes out for strange, disgusting people. People that give you bad vibes, people that give off a certain aura. It can be hard to detect. As I was saying, somebody who used to screen, but I guarantee you really enjoy his content. We were to stand in a room with Tom. I have to say that's important that it's not forgotten what he did. Eerie feeling, and that for the remainder of his days on Earth and on YouTube, on the internet at large, it's not forgotten that this man is a predator. That you could probably this man is dangerous. Which you can see now. This man has not stumble upon a thumbnail ceased for one communication of his videos. With minors. See that darkness. He's still been actively communicating with minors on the internet to this day. You can look up underneath his eyes. There's no soul. There's simply a monster inappropriate will take comments he's left on the videos of minors. It's disgusting what he says and does. He essentially admits to having an attraction to another lesson to take away from under some of their videos. This whole ordeal is you can look this up, and there's careful who you look up substantiating this. It's to scrutinize. It's truly disturbing, perhaps, the content you watch. We develop parasocial relationships with content creators, especially today when it seems that content creation from individuals is supplanting classic entertainment such as film and music. We are often developing quote-unquote bonds with people we've never met via computer and phone screens. We think that we know these people. You may even think that you know me, but you don't know me fully, and I don't know you. Just like I didn't know Boogie 2988. But he let his mask slip, and the world saw him for what he truly was. Boogie is far from a Tom Willett level of degenerate. Boogie is literally a saint compared to Tom Willett. Tom Willett represents the most evil type of person. In conclusion, let us not forget what he's done. And let us continue to remind people by posting the link to his Justia court case in his YouTube comments. But do not watch his videos. Actually, one more thing before this video is concluded. There is a disturbing and sickening thing that I think Tom may be doing as a sort of taunt to the people in the know. Because, disgustingly enough, Tom still does have supporters. He has people that don't care what he did or are simply ignorant of it. But to the people that know, we know. Recently, Tom uploaded a YouTube video entitled "The Cheesiest Cheese Pizza." What makes this action disgusting and why I think this is a taunt is that it's commonly known that cheese pizza is internet slang for, well, take the initial C and the initial P, and then think about what Tom Willett did in 1975, 1978, and you try to infer that for yourself, because I don't even want to say it out loud. Tom Willett's been on the internet since the mid-90s. The man has been on chat rooms. He's been in degenerate corners of the internet. So I have no doubt that he knows that. And I have no doubt that really this is his own sickening way of taunting the people that are disgusted by him. His own sort of way of saying, I got away with it.